That's
and
correct.
It's wrong, Scott Jennings.
What do you mean?
Wrong.
What's wrong?
It's wrong to characterize it in that way.
DC is a violent place where people don't feel safe.
There are many violent places.
Okay, so
DC,
What's up, y'all? CNN's in-house troll Scott Jennings just had a heavyweight bout with Nina Turner on Abby Phillip's show, which is one of the more entertaining programs they have on that network that is overall pretty trash. This debate is regarding Trump's authoritarian crackdown on DC, him taking over the streets and the train stations. Who knows what's next? Let's see how Scott handles this debate versus Nina Turner and Tara Setmayer. Let's watch these clips and I'll give my thoughts on it afterwards.
Starting at age 14, he said if DC doesn't get his act together and quickly, we'll have no choice but to take federal control of the city and run this city how it should be run and put criminals on notice that they're not going to get away with it anymore. If this continues, I'm going to exert my powers and federalize the city and just to put up with what's happened with crime in Washington, D.C., assault with dangerous weapons, robbery, violent crime, property crime. All down.
But let's be clear. The Washington City Council had a bill to reduce sentences for crimes across the board. And it was so bad that Democrats in Congress joined with Republicans to stop it. The Washington City Council is, in fact, a cesspool of far-left radicalism.
Oh my
that is
God.
the truth.
First of all, this president has his hand full. He needs to just go and stay on the federal level. Now, I didn't know, Scott, that my Republican colleagues now all of a sudden believe in bigger government. If that's what they believe in, that government should come in and take over, let's go ahead and start with Medicare for all. 68,000 Americans die every single year. Millions are underinsured. If this how y'all rolling, if this how y'all rolling, let's roll.
Look,
let's do
is there
this.
agreement there?
Let's do this, Scott.
I'm just going to tell you right now, the plight
Let's do it.
of American hero Big Balls has set off a firestorm in the Republican Party. This kid who worked for the Doge guys, didn't shut down any diners that I know of, but he's out of the government now. He goes out on the street.
Just infiltrated all of our information.
He protects a woman from being attacked by a roving street gang, and he had the crap kicked out of him. And, we had a congressional intern murdered not too long ago. I'm just telling you, Republicans right now have about had it with the violence and the idea that you can't even walk.
Real quick, Nina Turner made a great point about how conservatives love to fearmonger around big government. But as soon as they get into power, all they want to do is flex their governmental powers and expand it in the worst ways possible. But Nina says, if you're going to expand government, you might as well cover everybody's healthcare. And Scott did a terrible job, well, a great job, actually, by completely ignoring it. Because he doesn't have a good answer for it, he might as well not address it at all.
Walk around D.C. right now without getting attacked by street gangs.
Don't we have laws on the books already?
400 carjackings,
they're not being enforced.
I served on local government. There is no elected official worth their salt on any level of government that is okay.
That's correct.
With innocents being attacked.
That's
and
correct.
It's wrong, Scott Jennings.
What do you
it's
mean?
Wrong.
What's wrong?
It's wrong to characterize it in that way.
DC is a violent place where people don't feel safe.
There are many violent places.
Okay, so DC,
where crime is down.
Okay, so again, Donald Trump is demagoguing the issue. Is there violent crime in D.C.? Yep, just like everywhere.
Did the city council there try to reduce sentencing?
Yes, they did, and that was a problem. And that they changed that, and crime is down. Violent crime is down in D.C. in all of those categories by between 20 and 30%. As a matter of fact, D.C.'s violent crime, homicides, is down one of the lowest rates in major cities across the country. So Donald Trump is taking.
You're saying you feel safe?
Yes, actually, I do feel safe in D.C. I'm sorry that you don't, but the problems in D.C. are Donald Trump is cherry picking. And so he's using this so that he can try to assert his imperialistic, wannabe fantasy of taking over D.C., which he's done before, because he wants to if there's protests, he wants to bring in the National Guard, he wants to take over, and that's a problem. Now, he can't do that. He can't just with the stroke of a pen do that. There's something called home rule that's been in place since 1973, and that came out of the civil rights movement so that D.C., which was a majority black city, could have control over their local issues. Now, Donald Trump wants to go to Congress, and which he would have to do in order to take over D.C. Well, then let them go ahead and have that argument, and then they can talk about D.C. statehood.
By the way, y'all skirted the issue. Nina asked something. She asked a very direct question. The question was, when something is so bad Are you guys in favor of federalizing it? Are you guys in favor of big government swooping in and taking it over? And if the conversation in D.C. is so bad that you're in favor of that, then I would ask, are you in favor of that when it comes to poverty? Are you in favor of that when it comes to health care?
We have federalized all these things.
You have not. Like what I'm saying is, for you guys who are the small government advocates, are you okay with Donald Trump coming in?
DC is a jurisdiction of the federal government. It is a subdivision of the federal government. It's not a state. No, it does not have home rule.
So you don't think D.C. should have home rule?
No.
So then what's the 1973 act that gave D.C. home rule? No, I'm just curious.
D.C. is subject to Congress's jurisdiction. It's a federal district.
Let me ask you this. Outside of D.C., any other place that has an issue with violent crime? Are there any other federal districts? Right.
Tara Setmayer did a great job there, but she's taking the wrong approach. She's coming in with facts and data and dates, but these people do not argue off that. These people just argue with just saying statements and just waiting for you to finish your turn. They're not addressing anything you're saying. Van Lathan made a great point, which is just backing up Nina Turner's point. If you want to federalize all the problems in America, why not do that with poverty and healthcare? Because they don't actually want to help anything. They just want to control everybody. And if they do try to federalize the war on poverty, all they're going to do is round up homeless people and send them to our concentration camps, which doesn't help anybody actually. And it's cheaper to just house people. My biggest lefty idea is that all studio apartments should be free because it costs $70,000 to put somebody in jail for a year. But these apartments could be $700, $800 a month. So less than $12,000. It's cheaper to house people than to round them up and arrest them. It's cheaper to feed people than to round them up and arrest them. But is it about crime actually? I don't think so. But Van Lathan has the right strategy, asking direct, specific questions that they have to answer, not just generalized statements and trying to moralize them and give them extra information. They don't care about that. It's better to just ask them specific questions and specific actions they support so that the conversation can move forward. But they should try to keep this group together because they do a good job of going back and forth, even though Scott Jennings is a loser. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And if you want to see Mehdi Hasan make a host quit his own show, click this video. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Peace.